Phone rings halfway through, you got half a nipple. Your mom's like, what are you doing in there? Nothing, I only got half an areola. Get off the phone.
Yo.
All right, welcome back.
For the night.
We're going to have a great show today. We got a really good guest.
Yeah, one of my...
the homies.
Very close friend of mine, one of my best friends, my boy Mike Loudon.
Let's give him a little clap. Let's go.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. How you doing?
I'm sensational.
First of all, thanks for coming, man.
Cheers.
And I was on time.
Salud.
And I was on time.
Fun fact, Dan Mateo has never been on time
Never.
for anything, ever.
It's a lie.
I'm
There's
surprised
no
he's
lies.
even here.
I know, got me running into, I don't even know where I am right now. You guys are in the cut. Hit me with the Hillshire Farms Pilot gas station.
That's the same
There
shit
you go,
Danny got
bro.
last time.
Man, I'll be honest with you, this looks tremendous. Oh, good. Only 40,000 milligrams of
You
sodium
might have to
in
give
this.
that a
Nice.
review.
We're on a budget here.
Oh, listen, I asked for roasted turkey. I get this. That's
You
great.
might have to give that a review.
Listen, 4 out of 10. With just looking at it, that cheese looked like it's been in there since 2007.
It's been a while.
Some aged cheese. I think that's good,
Listen,
right?
aged cheese, I guess, is a good thing.
Maybe you could introduce yourself to the people, how you started, where you're at now, projects you're working on. Just kind of go through, a quick rundown.
So, Mike Loudon on social, 20DeuceCT is my tag on all socials. I work for Heineken USA as my professional title. I'm a sales manager in Connecticut and do a lot of stuff throughout Connecticut, a lot of fundraising, a lot of stuff to try to help out communities. I've been doing food reviews the last 18 months during COVID, trying to help out local businesses and do a few things to just kind of bring, some exposure to some businesses that really need help. And, a lot of my accounts were hitting me up initially and they were like, hey man, what can you help us out, man? You're Heineken, can you help us? I'm like, bro, I got no budget like you. I'm cooked. I'm tapped.
Right.
So, I got 3,000 Instagram followers, nothing crazy, but enough, to maybe bring a couple customers in,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I did my first one was at Gigi's in Milford, which is one of my favorite restaurants. And, it got like 4,000 views on it. And I was like, man, I could actually maybe do something with this. So let me do a couple more. And then it kind of spiraled into like a weekly episodic thing now that I've been doing for 18 months. So we're approaching the 100th episode. I got a really big thing planned for a 100th episode. And, just trying to constantly bring some awareness to local restaurants, independents, and people that are kind of still navigating COVID, man. It's still obviously a situation, and the restaurants are constantly trying to evolve to make themselves relevant in the game, and it's tough. So, utilizing my space to kind of make it a thing.
Have you gotten any positive feedback from the restaurants, from your reviews that have said, they've actually had people see your video come in?
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing because, I wouldn't have continued to do it if there wasn't like a, hey, man, I saw your video. And, because to me, I was like, man, this isn't going to do anything. You know what I mean? Like initially, right? So I was talking and I'm just like, this isn't going to do nothing.
Right.
This is just me.
Having fun with it.
Yeah, just like me opening myself up to the drafts of the internet, obviously, Izzo, you know that all too well what that's like. And the comments and the random DMs and all that shit. It's like weird, but, it's a cool thing, right? And then...
They've been killing us. I'm store brand Drake, and I'm under the
lately,
TikTok.
everyone's calling me Kyle Rittenhouse. If you go on my thing,
I'll be honest with you. You might
Yo.
listen. I guess it depends on who you're talking to, if that's good or bad. But I mean, hey, minor details. I've been calling you Kmart Drake for like 10 years. So I mean, that ain't new. Jazer's just like, yeah, I'm
first
I'm
episode-
Jazer, so it's fine.
I've normally been wearing my hat. My first episode that I didn't wear the hat, and I just was deciding not to wear a hat. It was all Drake comments.
You got to grow your hair out a little bit.
Me?
Yeah, you got to stop.
Man, I'm good.
I don't. If I grow
should.
my hair
You
out,
gotta try it out.
I got what's called the Uncle
That's
Phil.
not for me.
that's-
You
I
don't
got the Uncle Phil.
first things
Nothing
first.
in the middle, just a
on the
reverse
side.
mohawk, just a quick horseshoe.
So it works for you, baldy with the beard.
That might be
Listen,
a wave.
if I didn't have a beard, I would be the love child of Uncle Fester and Mr. Clean. Just kind of
might have to
fluffy.
pull it out when you
decent.
get a little
I mean,
older.
listen, maybe for Halloween I would do it, but I look crazy without a beard, so I'm gonna be off it. But
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, things have been good with it. Just trying to use it as a way to kind of.
No, you do good with that.
Yeah, man. Just listen. It's not necessarily even about the views.
It's about helping. Yeah.
It's about just the exposure, man. Like these restaurants do so much great for the community. They feed you. if they fuck up, they're automatically the villain. But it's like, guys, listen, people are human. And I expose them for what they're doing. Like, I give them that exposure that they need.
Right.
So how do you do your reviews? Do you pick any different food? Do you do like their main
It's a
thing?
variation, honestly. A lot of it is, some of them reach out to me.
And they want like a specific thing?
They would, and when I go in, it's like, listen, give me the 3 things that you want to showcase. Right? Mm-hmm. And then I tell them the things I don't like personally, because you're not going to get a good review if I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Like mushrooms are weird. Don't give me anything with mushrooms. I want nothing to do with that. Right?
Okay.
So like that's kind of the way it is. And
so now, what happens if you have a bad experience? Do you even post it, or
that's the thing? I've had probably about a dozen or so not good experiences.
Oh yeah.
But under no circumstances will I drag a business on the internet. I'm not Yelp. That's not my job. Just because I don't like what you're doing doesn't mean somebody else doesn't. There's a reason why you're in business. Somebody likes your food.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll pay for the bill. I'll tip properly. I'll do everything right. I'm not in this to be a negative Nancy. I'm in this to showcase good things.
Right.
So a lot of the times I'll give proper feedback. They know who I am. And I'll come and revisit it. There's some that I've posted that are revisits from
and it was good the second time,
and they fixed the service or the meal or things like that. And it's
bar rescue.
Yeah, I'm John Taffer. Yeah, I'm John Taffer.
But see, that's what they need. They need people to tell them. See, a lot of times when you go somewhere, they won't tell you. They'll go post on Yelp and bullshit and do all this shit, and then
but they would actually say
the restaurant's not going to really do anything with that.
You ever see the Maniscalco stand up where he's talking about like they're out to dinner and he's like, he's talking about Yelp and they're like, yo, the salmon wasn't great. This is somebody writing on Yelp. And he's like, why the hell who's got time for this shit? Just
I know.
Talk to your spouse, say the salmon sucks and get the fuck out of the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, people are such keyboard warriors now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I'm going to be on Yelp. Like, you don't realize, like, that is somebody who's literally trying to pay bills.
Bro, they attack people so bad.
Yeah.
Seeing that, I would never put negativity into the universe. That's just not my way anyway. But, like, it's been great. And, obviously, like I said, we're approaching the 100th episode right now. Have a really cool thing planned where I'm going to kind of be interactive and have a lot of people with me. So that'll probably happen right around springtime.
I know you said, you only have I only have 3,000 followers, but what people don't understand is that it's not so much about the quantity or that number. It's the quality and the people of clientele or followers who follow you, which are well known. How have you come across to meet some of those people along your journey?
I just think it's, authenticity really helps with situations, right? And you look at some of the influencers, the people that are like in power now and control what you're doing. Like, sure, you got 100K followers, but it's all bot accounts from India. Like, that's just not what I want. I never would strive to do that as a person in their mid-30s. Like, I'm good. I don't need that from you.
No, it's not worth it.
So if you look through
when they got 15K followers and
seven likes.
Yeah,
and you got one lady trying to sell you waist
4 bot
trainers.
comments.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get 50 emojis.
With all the collab joints on the bottom. Like, come on, listen, I don't want that. Like, that's never been that's never been an interest of mine. That's never been anything I've ever wanted to do. It's more like, listen, you go through my follower account. There's people in power, people that are successful entrepreneurs, people that are in the limelight when it comes to whatever industry they're in or whatever that is. Right. So it's like I'd rather have that 3,000-4,000 follower base.
Organic.
But have exactly, like an organic.
That's the best way to do it anyways.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. That bullshit is just not for me.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then in terms of growing, like, you're going to fuck up the algorithm because all these people are buying fake shit.
Yeah.
And then the algorithm sees, like, their shit's not performing well based on how many people follow them. And then they're going to kill your shit. And you're not going to end up ever building any real following at all.
I mean, like, I just think, like, on surface, a lot of these influencers have like that follower count where it's like, oh, you click their page, oh my God, you got 1 million followers, great. But 1 million followers with 364 likes on a picture, just simple math
doesn't add up.
Doesn't matter.
You did something there, like,
Yeah.
Because I was saying, I don't know if I texted you this, I get a DM a day saying, hey, $25, I'll give you 100,000 followers. I'm like, yo, if you don't get the fuck out of my direct message right now.
Or give you a blue check.
Yeah, you give me a blue check. I'll tell you right now, there's no way that some dude from the middle of Asia can get me a blue check on Instagram.
Yeah, no.
Just not going to happen. I will never have a blue check on
Some
Instagram.
of them got some money over there.
$25 for them is like $1,000.
It must work. It works. Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Oh, it definitely works for them.
Are like, yo, get a blue check for 36 minutes.
Just give them your password.
It's like the ones that get hacked and they're like, oh, flip 300 into 3,000.
Yeah. Remember when everyone was getting the stimulus? They're like, yo, listen.
Yo,
I got this multi-marketing shit.
Oh my God,
yo, how hard were we hanging on people?
What was
that? Remember that? When people were posting the circle and they were like,
the wheel?
Cash app $40 and then we could turn it into 400.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
You know, and they were posting circles and it was just pyramid
That was
scheme.
insane.
We're all just sitting there like, first of all.
Bro, and I was surprised because it was some people that I knew that I was like, you're better. You're better than this.
Yeah.
You should probably think about the fact that you have a full stimulus in your bank account.
Like,
that's the problem, not anything else.
You still have time to delete this. Like, you still have time to take this down. Bro,
talk to
people. Got
about
scammed all over the internet. People get scammed every day.
People just think you can make money quick and you can't.
It's
do
not,
it.
yeah,
like,
it's not
just
possible.
not a real thing.
No.
So, like, and Instagram and people that are on it know that these people are suckers.
Oh, it's so
be in
funny. We've seen people that we know get scammed.
You send 5,000 DMs, one sucker's gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a copy and paste job. Takes 10 minutes. Who cares?
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you always got to be changing your password and shit because some of these things are like on it. Like,
oh yeah.
If you ever heard of like the deep dark web,
Yeah.
people will sell your account to like a shit ton of people and they'll have all your stuff. Like my brothers came up on a security thing. Yeah, your info goes crazy. You want to change your shit like every month, and I got to be better about that. So don't be hacking my shit until I change that.
Yo, there's mad nudes in there. I heard, bro.
Yeah, mad nudes. And then you said about the 2-factor authentication on Instagram. Once you said that, I was like, I got to do that because like.
Oh, I have that. I definitely have that.
Oh, you gotta have
Yeah,
that.
they can hack that too.
I didn't even know that was a thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
They can hack your phone number.
Oh shit.
And have your number be linked to their phone, and you both get the same messages on both phones.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they can hack anything on your phone.
Wow.
I'll be honest with you. If I knew I was hacked, I would be on some wild shit. Like, I'd get on my shit right now. Like, if I could still have access to it, I'd be sending crazy DMs on it because I knew I was covered. Like that girl you're trying to slide in real quick. Be like, yo, I don't even know what happened, man. Some guy from Zimbabwe hacked my shit.
Send the wild meat pic.
Yeah, just in there.
Send everything.
Just sending nudes of other people's dicks. Crazy. That's how you got to approach it, though.
Yeah, you have
if you're
to.
hacked and you know you're beat.
That was the way to do it in like middle school when you slide in some DMs.
Like,
my friend did that.
Yeah, my boy did that.
On AIM?
Yo, my boy's acting crazy.
AIM, yeah.
Yeah.
AIM?
Now, quick question.
That was a hit.
Quick question. What was your AIM screen name? This is a big deal.
Mine was MDog1337.
Strong.
I forgot. Bro.
Yours was probably
He
like
knows what his
Danny,
was.
but with eyes.
I don't even want to say. Mine was something like
Mateo.
Mateo Drake.
Mateo kind of looks like Drake before Drake was Drake.
Bro, I swear it was something wild.
What is your screen name?
It was.
Izzo, tell us yours, and he'll
he
get
definitely
his.
knows what it is. He's bullshit.
Yo, he don't want it. He don't want it on the internet.
It was like PR something.
Nah,
Why?
You gotta tell us.
Because you're Puerto Rican.
Where's
Yo,
that?
tell me it was Puerto Rican.
It
something.
probably was.
I don't know what it was something.
Yeah,
Izzo, what was yours?
It was Nizzo 44.
That's strong.
Is Nizzo?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't hate that.
Is to the Nizzo.
You could have done D to the Izzo.
I should
Yeah.
have done D to Nizzo.
Dude,
I
Jay-Z
did that
stole
before.
his whole flow from your name. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Mine was Mikey816.
That works.
Because everyone called me Mikey, but I didn't want to have it with a Y, so I just did an extra E, and my birthday is August 16th.
You know what's the most like cringe shit in the world is like when on Facebook, like when the memories pop up from 10 years ago and you see the statuses you put up.
Oh, sometimes.
Oh, you were like, I
Dog.
posted that?
First
Why
of
did I
all-
say like sometimes I saw some shit the other day that I posted and it was like some shit like don't need anybody in this life, but if I need and I was going through some shit.
Damn. That boy was listening to Sade in the basement.
I must have been hurt.
He was listening to some Drake for sure.
Bro, I must have been going through a breakup or something, and I was like, I really took the time to go there and type some shit.
Damn, he was Drake before Drake. That's
But
crazy.
no, it's true. Don't you?
No, you don't
ever look back at
remember
your shit.
You
First
don't
of all-
remember any of those statuses you post.
No,
never.
no,
I don't.
I would never show the world that.
And my grammar was
No.
absolute trash. I was like, who the fuck wrote this? I
Yo,
couldn't
the
form a
craziest shit
sentence.
happened to me the other day. I decided I wanted to log back into my MySpace. That was the biggest mistake I could have ever done.
Oh shit!
I go back into MySpace.
You could go back in?
I got back in. Yeah, I had the password. I logged back in. So I'm going through it. First of all, MySpace was way ahead of its time. I log on. Guess what song's playing? Take a guess.
50 Cent.
Stunt 101 G Unit.
I knew it.
Stunt 101 G Unit, right? I had mad like car shit in the background, all coded fire, right? Glitter and shit, like it was crazy.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
top 8, first of all, fuck all 8 of those people that are on that page.
We were doing coding too back then.
Yo, do you remember the top 8? Like, and if you move somebody from the top 8, it was like World War III.
beef.
Oh yeah.
Now they're like, fuck you, bro. Why am I number 6?
Yep.
I had like a top 15 because I was like, yo, I'm not fucking
Bro, like
with
if you were
this
dating
bullshit.
a girl, if you're dating a girl, you guys are beefing. She's
I
off
had to
the
go
top.
check my shit
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh yeah,
You
she
just-
gets kicked
you check
out.
in, you're like, yo, she's still on his top. What's good?
Yep. That's how you knew. That's how you knew if somebody wasn't messing with
number
anybody.
one.
If they broke up, if they were off the top list, you were like,
a
oh,
wrap.
it's
Yeah.
time.
Dude, Tom was all about
It's time.
Tom was about the drama.
Yeah.
That boy came out, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with these people right
Yep.
now. Hard. Yo, the popped collars I had though.
Oh yeah.
Why was I wearing 2 popped collars? I
Nah.
had 2.
You know what was the
You were styling back
Double?
then.
Two
Double
pop
pop?
collars is crazy.
2 pop collars and just, remember when the hair
flip?
was like straight forward, but just the flip up in
Yeah.
the front?
The-
Blonde tips.
Okay.
Yeah, you were in a different
he
space
was-
then.
Nah, but listen,
Was
I was
that
wearing Air
NSYNC right
Force
there?
Ones, but I had 2 pop Abercrombie polos on.
You were some Kanye shit.
I was on some
was on
I was on some like real
He was on that
Caucasity
pretty boy
shit.
wave.
Bro,
I was at Fairfield Prep, bro. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, that's that pretty
he,
boy.
he was playing golf in his
Roller
free
Laguna
time.
Beach. Yeah.
Listen, Abercrombie Fierce Cologne flowing. Crazy. I can
Shit.
still smell that shit.
I guess this-
I could still smell that
Where'd you go?
shit.
Fairfield Prep?
I went to Fairfield Prep for
Nice.
high school.
Yep. He was
How
on
was
the boating
that?
team.
I'll be honest with you, Fairfield Prep was straight, bro. Like, once you get past the like, oh shit, there's no girls, it was straight because you didn't have to worry about what you looked like when you went to school. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But you had
Was
to
it
be in
all?
a
Was it
uniform.
uniform? Yeah.
So you're in a button down and what kind of sorcery is
I'm
this?
taking these first round of shots. Casamigos.
Oh, all right, I'm interested.
Casa time.
I'm interested. Sign me up.
Casa
Shit,
shot.
salud, boys.
Casa
You love
shots.
that?
Shots.
Love this.
All right, we had to work for that one.
Devil's juice.
The
Spicy.
craziest shit about MySpace was that you used to like upload a new pic and shit. Like you used to upload a new pic, and
The
you would have
profile
to
pic?
like if you uploaded a new pic or you added a new photo album, you wanted people to see it. So you would like remember you used to put a bulletin.
100%.
You used to be like, "Yo, check my new
Yo, check my new pic.
Check my new picture.
Leave love on the bottom, though.
show love, comment
I don't
back
even
for a
remember. Was there-
comment."
Comment back for a
There was
comment.
likes on there, or was it just comments?
Nah,
There was no comments.
No.
It was no likes. It was comments.
Comment.
It was just comments. Yeah.
Yo, that was crazy. And remember when we used to leave an away message on AIM?
Oh yeah.
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 Because like you would literally be
That
like,
was another thing if you were beefing with your girl. Because if you and your girlfriend were like fighting, you put
the
your away message.
message.
Yeah, to be like a
Yeah.
jaw rule lyric.
it's murder.
No.
Wait, that was just me. I'm sorry. I don't know.
And people who did that shit on purpose, they wouldn't even be
Bro.
away. They just put away message.
Oh no, I was in
Just
my.
to see,
I
like,
was
if
definitely in my
something came
Ackies. I was in my Ackies. I had the Ackies bad back then.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Bro.
I was such a bitch back then. Girl broke up with you. You're like, nah, bro. Like, I'm just gonna go.
You're like, I'm never gonna meet nobody again. Like, bro, you're 16.
I'm gonna go listen.
You're gonna be all right.
He takes the 2 pop collars. He tucks them back down. He's like,
I'll be honest with you. I'm strong as though I left him up. Baby.
I lift him up.
I left him up, but I did put a Mary J. Blige.
And you all
in
had
there.
that
I
one
remember.
one computer through the crib. That's what
Remember
we
when
had.
you would go on the internet and that shit would go, and your mom
Yeah,
would be like,
winding
listen,
up.
I gotta call your grandma.
Yeah,
Oh,
with the
yeah,
phone.
Yeah.
You had that one computer in the house.
You had a
And you got
computer room.
siblings. Yeah.
Like, we had a computer room.
16 years old trying to download porn. Phone rings halfway through, you got half a nipple. Your mom's like, what are you doing in there? Nothing. I only got half an areola. Get off the phone.
Yo.
Is that just me or?
Nah, it was all
Nah.
Yeah, it's probably everybody here.
On-
I'll
on
admit it.
LimeWire?
Listen, I got half an areola picture when I was 16.
You're on LimeWire.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
remember
LimeWire,
LimeWire?
Yes, bro.
Napster.
You thought you were downloading a fire mixtape and it was just a filthy Asian porn
Oh,
with like
yeah.
There's
75
just a bunch of
people in it?
viruses.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just giving your computer AIDS.
Yeah, you download some bullshit.
Bro.
You think you're downloading some fucking Jay-Z or
Yeah.
You'll hear fucking some random dude from
his
China
computer, his
rapping.
computer was in the shop every week.
I'll be honest with you. I had mad Dells at my house. The best is when you would bring it to the computer shop and the guy would just look down at it and then give you this face like the. What do you want,
Bro.
kid? Listen, I go to an all boys high school. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yo,
So how would you meet girls?
But
I
the
mean,
good thing
on-
about prep was
on-
there was 2 ways to meet girls. Laurelton Hall was the sister school
In
of
Milford.
Prep. Yeah, so
They would, like,
when
meet
we
up
had
and do shit together, yeah.
Obviously, they would come to our
Oh.
dances, right? And then, girls just kind of wanted to be with prep kids because it wasn't the kids they went to high school with. So like,
Yeah.
there was always St. Joe's girls around, Milford chicks would come, though, and then girls you knew in middle school. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't bad, man. Listen, yeah, fine. there's nothing to really look at, right? But like good school, good athletics, you know,
Yeah,
prepared me for the future. So, you know, I hated it at the moment. I'm like,
Because part of going to school is like, you know, chicks, like girls, like you're in high school.
Yeah.
So if you're going to high school every day, you know you're just going to see dudes. It's kind of like, you know.
Well, it's kind of like you.
No, but that's a good school to go to if you're
though.
like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's why. But like, the classes at prep were hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
You go into it and you're like, yo, this is not right. Like, I remember I had this professor, Father Barry. He taught Western civilization was the class. First of all, what the fuck is that? I still don't know.
Me either.
But one of my boys literally broke into his classroom and stole the test, the final.
Oh shit!
I'm not kidding. Like, stole the final. And like to this day, that dude broke in. The class was so hard he broke in, stole the final. First of all, Father Barry, R.I.P. That dude used to booze in class.
Yeah.
Because if you look back at it now, he had this big Dentine ice cup, and like if any of my prep classmates are watch this, you can co-sign. It was a Dentine ice cup. It was white. It was like this high, like a big fucking guzzler. Right?
Yeah.
And you'd walk through it, and you would smell it, and you would look down, and you'd be like, "That smells like booze." It's
potent.
But yeah, I mean, listen, that's some kind of elixir. Sure enough, thinking about it at 35, that motherfucker was drinking Jaeger in class.
He was getting right. Yeah, he was getting right.
He was drinking Jaeger in class.
Oh shit!
You know, R.I.P. He was the hardest teacher I ever had in my life. But bro, him and I bonded though. We had 9/11 together.
Yeah,
I was in his classroom for 9/11. Like he was.
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was sophomore in high school at that point, and prep at.
I don't even know where I think I was in.
That shit was
I was in
up.
first grade.
Yeah.
You were first grade?
Well, yeah, I was in 10th grade. So
Yeah,
You were in first
I
grade.
was in 8th grade.
Ninth grade.
No, yeah, eighth grade.
I think I was in like 5th.
Yeah. I'll never forget it, bro. But like, yeah, man, I just remember my boy Mark was like, yo, I'm stealing that test. I was like, what? He goes,
I'm stealing the decoration.
He got it?
I was like, bro, what are you, Nicolas Cage? What the fuck?
He got it.
He got it, and it was right.
And he get
and we
caught?
all got like 97s on this test that nobody ever passed.
Because what'd you guys do? Do one wrong?
100%. Like you don't
Yeah.
get 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
One question wrong.
one question wrong. Like, and it was you always do the easiest question that everybody should get. You get that one wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but you know, you've been known to pull out a few fits. You know, once
I've
or
had an
twice.
outfit on.
You know, so
Yeah.
anything that you're working on as far as merch or collabs or anything going on in the future for the brand, for 20Deuce brand?
Yeah, so like back in 2012, I started 20Deuce clothing, my nickname being 20Deuce because I wore 22 in sports in LA. Started doing
I
stuff.
didn't know that. That's
well,
cool.
There you go, a little fun fact.
Yeah.
What do you play? Football in high
I'm getting
school?
hot.
Yeah, baseball, football, basketball, everything.
Casamigos.
Okay.
Yeah. Kid has one shot of Casamigos. Turn the heat up to 80 in here. Yeah, so I was always like designing clothes. I've always been big into shoes and stuff. Like that's kind of how you and I bonded initially.
Yeah, we clicked off of
probably,
that.
Probably about 10 years ago. now at
Outfits,
this point,
sneakers,
but,
yeah.
You know, you and I were both wearing like Crooks and Castles or whatever it was at
early
the
on.
time. And I think
Crooks, A-Life.
Yeah, A-Life. God, yeah. So like
Mighty Healthy. Yeah, all that.
Mighty Healthy, Rocksmith. Remember Rocksmith?
Yup,
Yeah.
yup.
So like we kind of just bonded
Rogue
over
status.
that.
All of
The
that.
guns. Remember the
Yep.
repeating guns?
Yep.
So I think you and I kind of just bonded over that initially, and then so I started just designing clothes because I've always I used to resell sneakers out of my dorm room back in 2004, like before nobody was doing that.
Right.
You know, I used because that was my way, and I'd go to New York City, and it was Air Force Ones to match your Yankee fitted, and Mr. Sports in Norwalk. We used to go there, and it was all that was
Right.
kind of my passion and things. But
So when it came to streetwear, it was like, to kind of give you like a little background, like when it comes to streetwear, you would have to, it wasn't as accessible as it is now.
No.
Like we actually had to either go to specialty shops,
Yeah.
or we had to go like outside to the city, or go to skate shops to get certain brands or certain things we were
Absolutely.
looking for.
Fordham
Because
Road.
you couldn't have it in the mall. It wasn't in the mall.
Yeah, man, we used to take the train from Norwalk to Fordham Road.
Yeah.
And it was always it was the white Air Forces. Back then they used to call them Uptowns.
Yep.
And you get the uppies to match your Yankee fitted. So at the time, Limp Bizkit was popping, right? Fred Durst had the red Yankee fitted, and then every one of us had like a flavor. Like I had like 40 different color Yankee fitteds at the time.
Oh, that was that, but that we're talking back. That's like we were kids.
This is like I'm 13, 14.
Yeah, I was gonna
years
say
old.
I was even
Were people looking at you weird?
earlier than
Yeah.
that, bro.
Or
like-
people at Fairfield looking at you like, what the fuck's
Well,
this
it
dude
was wild.
doing?
I remember when
Yeah.
I first got my car. right? And it was a 1994 Volkswagen Jetta.
Yeah.
And I'm bumping like Big L.
Yeah.
Right? And everyone's like, bro, why aren't you listening to Grateful Dead, bro? I was like, the fuck is that? And they're like, yo, we listen to Grateful Dead here. I was like, I listen to Biggie here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm from Norwalk. I'm like, I grew up around like a really diverse area of town. Like, we kind of just, everybody melded together. It was like a really cool cornucopia of people that it was like they put you onto their culture. I'd put them on to what we got going on in my house, and everybody kind of just vibed. And that was kind of what was the melting pot. I think that's probably big with you too, Dan, where it was like you were in the Bronx a lot, and that's very similar situation where it's different cultures, different people, and just like a constant array of stuff.
Salud. Right, because then you see two different worlds.
I'm just gonna do that from here.
Yeah,
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, the different.
You see two different worlds.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what got us into it, right? Because like, you look at the guys that were around. Like the people that were in power, the people that people look up to, and you're like, yo, he's got the white Air Forces with the gun bottom.
Oh, yep.
Like I need the white Air Forces with the gun bottom.
The Air Force was the hottest shit.
Or you'd have like the kids that you grew up with from like the suburban towns that'll be like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
Like then they want to know.
There was nothing better than walking out somewhere and having a piece that nobody else had. Like that to me, like I still feel that way. Like if I walk out in a pair of shoes,
absolutely,
or a shirt or a jacket that nobody else in the state has, that's like the best feeling in the world. That's like euphoric. Still to this day, in my mid 30s, I still feel that way. I know you do too. Like
absolutely.
But that's been what we've been about since we were kids, man. High school, middle school, even for me.
I see what you got in your feet. Are those sneakers of the year in your book?
These. Listen, when one of your best friends has his own shoe.
Yep.
It's I will support that to the day I die. And Mosh.
So he's talking about Mosh.
Mosh is shoe customizer. One of my best friends, friend to Danny, also. And you're talking about.
He's nice.
A gentleman who literally is one of the craziest artistic people on the planet.
Right.
Some of the things he's done with a paintbrush is just bonkers.
So he paints them?
It's insane, bro.
He customizes.
Shoes.
Does he do like...
Yeah, airbrush, paintbrush, everything, right? So,
or he'll deconstruct the whole shoe and put a whole shoe together.
I mean, so like he doesn't do it. He doesn't do the deconstruction in house, but like I think for what he was on, he was not getting the love from big brands that he deserved, being somebody who's like in power in the shoe game.
Yeah.
So he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own, right? So he just started designing his own shoe, fully independent. And the first one dropped, and it did well, and it spiraled. And I think he has like a dozen out now. Every month he's dropping a new shoe, and it's been super successful. And honestly, I think looking at it as a friend of the program, somebody who's he's a right hand man to him in a sense, where it's like, listen, man. I love that, bro. It shows.
It worked out in his favor, though.
It worked out because listen, brands are biting his style.
Yeah, I was just about to say
brands
that.
Brands are biting his shit.
Really?
There's brands. No, I'm not mentioning any brand, but I saw one that popped up on Instagram the other day, and I sent it to him, and I was
like, it was like identical.
Very
very
similar. And so now the bootleg Taiwanese and all that.
Yeah,
they're bootlegging his shoe now.
Yeah.
So that's like in the sneaker community.
Yeah.
That's good.
You made it.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
When you're getting
like when they did it
bootlegs,
to Ye, and now they're doing it. Yeah.
You made it, right?
100%.
So he's created a cool thing. He's done partnerships with Jeff Staple, who in the streetwear community is a monster.
Well respected.
Yep.
Monster, Pigeon brand, Staple brand. Like you're talking about one of the craziest partnerships that any streetwear brand. That cosign is massive.
Right.
He released a shoe that closed today with Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, like the Two Bears One Cave. Like he's got partnerships with these people in like entertainment.
But I also think they also do business with him because he's just such a nice guy.
He's a good dude. Like,
he's like
genuinely.
He's naturally I like love all the success that he's getting because it couldn't happen to like a nicer guy. He's like so like just a humble, nice guy.
I have to tell a story about that because like the other day one of my friends hit the lottery. And I didn't know, but my wife was telling me about it. And she's like, someone we know hit a fuck ton of money. Yeah. And I was like, please tell me it's someone I fucking like.
Right. No douchebags with $1 million.
That deserves it.
And it was. And I was like,
oh, good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Who
I
was
love
it?
that. That's the best thing in the world, dude.
Yeah.
And like in the same grace, it's like that dude could literally FaceTime Steph Curry right now.
Yeah, he's
That's
connected.
dope.
But if he was sitting here with us, you would have no idea because he's not.
Yeah, he
don't care about that shit.
And
Right.
is he
cares
from
about
around
stacking-
here too, or no?
Yeah, he's he's from New York, but lives in Connecticut, and he just cares about creating cool shit for people.
That's so
and
sick.
stacking his bread. He don't care about the cool guy shit.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't need to be that. He knows what he is, and he's he's family to me. I mean, brother to me, friend to Danny, obviously through all of us.
You almost forget because of how cool he is and how nice he is. But until that time, when we went to the Yankee game, we went to not Yankee game. We went to Yankee Stadium for the and that we went to the front, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's for CC."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
like.
Sabathia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Did he retire?
Like he's
He is
but
now,
this is a
but
few years
this
ago.
is 3 years ago
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
But like the things I've done as a friend of his, the situations I've been in, the parties I've been in, the backstage areas I've been in, I could never repay that for a million years, man. Because if it was just me in my life, I would have never been in the situation where I'm being followed by wrestlers. Like he's big with the WWE. Like I've followed by wrestlers that have millions and millions.
And that's
of
what I meant
followers.
about the not so much the quantity,
Exactly,
it's the quality.
Yeah.
So just because you might have 3K followers, don't think that the people that are following aren't heavy.
Right.
Like, you know?
So there's
Exactly. Yeah.
there's a lot of great things that man has done in the world, and he's
just starting out.
I mean, he's been in it 20 years.
No, I know, but it's still.
He's still a young dude, early 40s now.
He's still
when it
got
comes to-
time, bro.
he's just starting out with
Everybody
as far as
got
the
time.
sneakers, his own-
Listen, bro. I mean, if you're talking to Gary Vee, he's a
Give
newborn.
him another.
He's a newborn.
If you
He'd be like, Gary, I'm 78. You got time, bro.
You got time, bro.
You got 40 years.
You got time.
That's what
Gary
I'm
Vee.
saying,
I
though.
have terminal.
With
I have terminal
Mosh,
cancer, and I'm 90.
If you give Mosh another 10 years, watch how far he's
10,
going
20
to
years,
be.
he's gonna get crazy. Yeah,
It's gonna be
Listen,
insane.
Listen, man, he's setting himself up for generational wealth and success because
he'll
of the
get
work
there.
he puts in.
Yeah.
And at
In
the
no
end of the
time.
day, when he puts his paintbrush down,
Yeah.
he's going to be put down as the
He's
guy.
one of the
as
greats.
The guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
that's
the
dope.
person who made custom shoes what they are.
Does he have like a specific shoe that he always likes to mostly likes to customize, or
No,
he
I
just
just
goes?
think it's customer driven. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
I think he's not doing projects as much for like a normal person. It's more like
Steph Curry.
Because I mean, listen, he's just a simple one human.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of it is very driven by people that are in power and his own projects now. Because you got to think about it, man. Like and him and I've had this conversation where he's like, I just want to do things that make me happy, right?
Yeah.
And like we all want. So he's like, I created a shoe that makes me happy, that's wearable, and that's art on feet, and it's made him happy, and that's great. So
That's all it's about.
When you see your brother happy, when you see your family
Absolute,
succeeding, dude, that's like the best
Absolutely.
thing in the planet. So, kudos to Mosh, love you, mean it, and Danny's probably gonna text you to come on the podcast at some point. So
Keep hustling, bro.
it's just this
I know he's busy. He don't got- he doesn't really have much
this
time.
couch is comfy, and I'm pretty sure he'll bring you salami or something.
I'll definitely get you
I'll get you one of those.
definitely some charcuterie.
a
Listen,
couple of these.
what do we got? Little Hillshire. Mosh. They got-
Mosh, please come by. I'll get more of these.
Yep, Hillshire, buddy. Listen, we know you're on keto a lot. We'll omit the
We
Melba.
fucked up that food truck when we went on the food truck.
Oh, the food truck
the
festival.
food truck festival.
Yeah.
Where, Milford?
Yeah, bro.
Eisenhower Park. We went that one time.
They
Did they do it this year? I
No, I don't think so.
I know. I wanted to go this year.
But it was me, him. I brought my dad, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
we brought Mosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We fucked that food
Damn.
up. Yeah.
Did I consume 44,000 calories?
Fuck
Yo,
it.
it was like
You
ball,
have to.
It was like a deep fried meatball covered in cheese. We're like, I bet. This is. I'm gonna have to take a bath after, but it's fine. I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, yeah, it was a good time.
It was great. I mean, listen, it was great. But yeah, man, he's a good dude, and he's humble giant as we said. So absolutely.
No, he does good work.
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
see the fight yesterday,
Oh, I seen the fight. I was falling asleep during the fight.
Jakey knocked that boy out.
bro?
I knew that was gonna happen. I bet on Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know.
He already
It's-
won the first one, so
Did you see it?
I'll be honest with you. I would rather get a root canal twice than watch that fight live. So I just went. I did the Twitter thing, saw the knockout,
Yeah.
and I'm good.
Yeah.
No, you're. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the fight.
Streamed it?
But no, I just waited till.
waited till it was over.
Oh, you waited till it was over.
Yeah, I just took
That's
them.
the
and,
recipe. I'm not
Yeah.
paying for that shit.
Because I was out, so I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
I wasn't out. I'm still not.
I mean,
paying
then
for
you saw Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher put up a thing. He's like,
The
yo,
goat.
it's all. He's like, it's all gimmicks. It's all a front. It's all a. I don't know, bro.
There's no way you're not going to dive into the floor head first.
Didn't. No, I was gonna say that was a clean shot. He definitely.
Listen, I think Jake was going for him, and he thought he was gonna hit him in the chest, in the body, like the
then
ribs.
he went to block, and then
he swung up and he hit him in the face.
Caught him in the chin.
There's no way you could rig that, bro. He put his head down, and then even if you were faking it, the way his head smacked on the floor.
Oh, he was out.
You can't.
You always gonna if you're falling on your face, you're gonna put your hands to help.
Yeah,
to help yourself. He went night.
He hit his. Yeah, he went out.
That boy go night night.
Yeah.
You ever go night night before?
Yeah.
That boy go night night. Nah, he was out. Listen, I give him credit.
Crazy.
The one thing I'll say about Jake Paul: fight a boxer. Fight a boxer.
He was trying to, but Tommy Fury backed out. You got to give him that.
Listen, but then he's talking all that shit about MMA fighters.
Well, he's trying to
Take a one-fight deal. And fight MMA then.
I don't blame him.
Oh yeah,
he's
fight
working his
MMA.
way up.
You know what the thing is? I've seen him.
He can't. I don't think he can fight MMA.
First of all, if he stepped in a ring with a real MMA fighter,
He's
You
done.
saw when Tyron Woodley.
he will literally get his shit handed to him.
Tyron Woodley took him down.
Face.
Oh yeah, 10 seconds. He's done.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah, Tyron.
So when he went like and he body
He took
slammed him.
him down.
Yeah.
That man will have a broken jaw on national TV.
Bro, wait, did you watch the Darren Williams Frank Gore fight before
I would
that?
never. Why would they? They actually fought.
They fought last night.
Darren
Saw
Williams,
that.
who played in the NBA,
He won.
Yes.
He's a basketball player.
He won.
And Frank Gore, who ran for like 300 years in the NFL.
Yes, 16.
They went at it.
They fought last night.
Who won? Darren Williams.
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams won. He was.
Bro, he knocked
It
him
was
out the ring.
Yeah.
Out
But
the
no,
ring?
he pushed him out the ring.
He pushed him out the ring and he flew behind the.
But then Frank Gore came and like chucked him back because he's Frank Gore and he's obviously a monster. But it was a good ass fight and it was only 4 rounds.
it?
Right.
Yeah, I watched all the shit.
So pretty much, this goes to show anybody will pay for just to see a fight. It doesn't even matter who's
Well, no,
fighting.
that's a dope ass fight. That's an NBA player versus.
I mean, you're
an
talking
NFL
about
player
a Hall of Fame running back
versus like
and
an
Darren
all
Williams,
star.
who was a legitimate NBA player.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are they doing in a ring?
So why don't we do that on a
They're just
small
trying to
scale?
make
We do
some
it here in
cash.
Milford, and we get some landscaping companies like the head of.
Damn, Vision Flooring?
We'll get
Thorny versus Eric Ruff.
We'll get Eric Ruff versus Mike Jazer.
Damn.
Throw him in the backyard.
Thorny versus Ruff.
All I know is I'm trying to fight Jake Paul, not because I think I'll beat him.
For the bag?
Because he bought fucking Tyron Woodley a Rolex. I'm around.
I saw that.
You want to put me to sleep
Dude,
for a
I'll
Rolex?
take a right hook for a rollie. Is it bust down or is it a plain Jane?
It was a brand new, like he said, it was new generation.
So you'll take a rollie to get knocked out.
You would knock me out.
Well, on the last episode, Mike said he would smoke meth for $200K.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, we gotta ask
So
you
we
that.
already know what he'll do for.
Are you about
$1,000.
it?
So
I am 100% smoking meth for 200K.
see, y'all are crazy. Smoking.
Danny
meth
would too, but he acted like he
that's a
wouldn't.
broke person attitude, dude.
If you had a suitcase here for Danny with 200K in it, and hit this meth for
200K, no fentanyl,
no fentanyl, suitcase
no,
right here,
no death.
You're not taking it?
You're not doing a hit of meth.
No, bro. I got too much anxiety for that.
Mom, when you watch this, if somebody gives me 200K to smoke meth, I'm doing it.
Mom,
Yes.
she's supporting.
Mama Jazer too.
They all supported.
So when Jazer and I are on a dope vacation and Danny's in Milford, guess what?
we made that 200. That's 400K each.
That's
200
all right, bro.
each.
The way my anxiety's set up.
He'd be like, yo, FOMO, bro.
Nah.
You open up that other cootie, bro?
He's hungry.
man.
He didn't eat
Open
dinner
up that
tonight.
These are good.
They're not
These are
good.
good.
They're average.
Yo, get in that cootie.
That's from
What's the food review on
Pilot.
this?
4.7.
4. I was.
Crispy on the Melba toast.
It's
The
decent.
sodium intake for the week and just
A 4.7 is
4.7,
that's
you
a
said-
decent review.
Hold on, where are we going? All right, do I got to do
Do
all
an
three?
actual real review
All
right
hold
now.
on,
Do
let's
it.
get, first of all,
So
the
how do
cheese is
so
all together.
so
He's gonna get the whole
the way you do
whole stack.
the way you do a normal review
Listen,
is
we-
how, okay.
He
Explain.
knows how to do a
Go,
review. Oh,
Run us
okay.
through a normal review right now.
Listen,
A normal.
on aesthetics alone, it's a 1. Listen, the container sucks and the cheese is all stuck together.
Wait, and the salami.
Melba toast is strong. The cheese has been in there.
Font is nice. Nice font.
Decent font. Italian dry salami. What do we got here? 16 grams of protein. If you got to hit your protein
Right.
goal.
Minimally processed.
There's a good crunch to it.
Could you
I
hold
hear
up a
that
piece
crunch.
of salami? The salami has no color.
Minimally processed. 4.7,
Bro, you said you knew drag companies.
4.7.
You said
What do
you,
you
you said he doesn't drag
First
companies.
of all, that is a gas station charcuterie board. Ain't nobody giving that a 5+.
I should probably be a 2.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it didn't have the Melba toast, I would be struggling right now.
I bet.
The crunch is helping it. Jesus Christ.
The
Hey,
crunch.
thanks for that though, bro. Appreciate it.
The
Man.
crunch always
I'm
helps.
bougie.
On that note,
I asked it for roasted turkey, but kid gives me this.
that was out of the budget.
Mateo's about to kill
You gotta
Izzo
get
right
you
now.
some
Third
Wendy's.
shot of tequila.
That was out of the budget.
You got that.
And if you leave it up to Izzo, you're not. It's completely out of the budget.
Yeah, no,
Dude hits me up like, yo, come on the podcast. I'm like, bet, I'm in. Yo, you going to fulfill my ride or nah, bro?
I gotta say, don't pour me one of those. I would like one. Actually, I'm feeling good.
No, we are. We're definitely pouring out.
Yo, pour up for you guys. I have to edit a video after this.
Okay,
I
okay.
have to have it ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm pretty toasted.
Sounds like a lot of excuses.
It's a lot of excuses.
Izzo, you have me here on God's day right now.
All right,
You
pour
do
me a shot.
Attaboy.
Pour me a shot.
God's day
that
is
edit-
God's
I'll do
day.
a half.
You gotta
I'll do a
drink,
half.
You gotta
I'll do a
drink.
half.
Thanks, yeah, I
Edit is
appreciate
going to
that.
be serious, though, when you have some tequila in your body.
No, this is like a real strategic edit where I need to like do a tutorial
pass
type
me this.
stuff.
Listen, I work for a big brand, bro. I get it. I'm just saying. Maybe they'll like that.
Maybe, yeah. It's just me throwing up on the edit.
You'll be fine. All these shots on God's day going to have me in some DMs later.
Cheers, fellas.
Ooh. Chasing tequila with Jameson. It's a beautiful combination.
That's a God's day
Fuck.
drink.
Oh, yo,
You've never been good at taking shots.
never.
You've been positively sauced for
Yeah,
He
but you know how I drink? Like, I'm the type of drinker that, like, haven't seen. Oh no, I take that back. You've seen me
goes
bomb,
back.
but for the most part, I'm really like in composure. You see that Yeah show, Kanye?
I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I saw the clips of it. Like, I'm just not sitting through that entire.
Me and
Like-
Dini were waiting for hours. So they said
Wait
8
for us to
o'clock,
go,
then
yeah.
9 o'clock, then 10.
I thought
Then they had a choir singing.
You know how Kanye is. I thought it wasn't even gonna come out. I was like, he'll be like, we'll be waiting all that whole time, and
Yeah,
then he'll be like,
no,
all right,
yeah.
it comes out next week.
Listen, I'm a big Kanye fan. I always have been. I respect a lot of what he does. Izzo, get into
Help
that
yourself.
cootie. Get in there.
I'm going right into this cootie.
You know, like, honestly, like, Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know? Dude, first of all, you could eat as much cootie as you need, pal. But like his original, like Late Registration and all those albums, like
Yeah,
that was like our.
yeah,
Childhood,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then like you look at some of the newer stuff, and it's like, okay, I like. Dog, you just ate all the meat, just left the cheese, no,
Pause. Eating the meat is crazy.
Damn.
One piece of salami.
just eating the meat.
It works. That works out.
Crazy.
What do you mean? I got
Yeah.
cheese?
Damn, that's a strong little thing.
made
you
a
got there.
sandwich.
That's a
You
good
made a Sammy?
sandwich.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, but like
I
think
need-
about it. Like when we were in high school, early college, whatever.
Yeah.
Ye was it. Like
Oh, in high school, yeah, 100%.
you know what I mean. And you can't deny his effect on culture. Dog,
You're making this weird. Just eat the cracker. Just
just
go
eat
ahead.
the cracker, bro.
Just throw that shit in one bite.
It's a one bite situation.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
This is a 6.3.
6.3.
He fucks with it.
Oh, he's fucking with your review.
Damn. First of all,
So
don't you ever shoot that shot at me like that.
So with Kanye, I get it. The beginning shit, we grew up on him. So it's
Yeah,
like,
kind of was heat. He was a heat. back
Listen,
then.
and even on his new album, like there's some songs where you're like, oh shit, okay, like I could get with this, right? But then it's just like his entire persona now. He like creates this vibe, and you're just like, boy.
sometimes
if you don't shut the fuck up.
sometimes
Oh, I
with
know.
sometimes with Kanye, it's
He don't
just
stop.
You don't know
You don't.
what's authentic and what's genuine, and I think that's really the thing. Is like you don't know. We
Yeah.
love him for like the early Kanye,
No doubt.
but you want to know now, like, what's his agenda? Is he really, is it just?
I just think a lot of what he's done is like he's flipped his mindset, and like one day he's in Wyoming on a ranch, the next day
Yeah.
he's wearing duck boots in the middle
Yeah.
of Rodeo Drive. It's like,
Right.
my boy, what is going on in
And I
your
think
brain?
I think that's
he's
kind of
trying
his
to get
lane.
attention
He's
for
bipolar.
himself.
He's
That's
definitely
also the thing
bipolar.
too, but
Yeah.
you can't box him in too either because he's also in a position where he says, I could go do full gospel, no
Yeah,
cursing,
you can.
but then I could show up on Rolling Loud with Future and throw,
there.
and be freestyling, throwing all types of motherfuckers out.
Listen, at the end of the day, he's still Kanye West, and
Yeah.
he's still responsible for some of the music that we grew up on.
Yeah.
That at any point in time, in
DMX
any
did gospel.
Listen,
DMX did.
and DMX is another one.
Oh,
where it's
DMX
like,
is the GOAT.
Yeah.
He got some heat.
DMX realistically has a top 10 hip hop album of all
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we know that, right? But it's like Ye is in such a position of power now in his
Right.
life where that dude could say, wear this.
9 Billy.
You're wearing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Graduation is the best album of all time.
I mean, that's probably not a terrible take.
That's not,
at all. Like, that's a great album. I disagree with you, but
Mine-
I enjoy it a lot.
Mine is My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
And it's not close, in my opinion, from Kanye.
I don't even know what album that is. Who did that? That's
Kanye.
Oh, that's
That's
Kanye.
Kanye.
I didn't even know.
But
Yeah, My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Graduation is an album where you're like, oh shit. But like for me, I learned about Kanye from the song Jesus Walks. That was like back to the LimeWire days. I'm downloading Jesus Walks.
That shit's
right?
so good.
I mean, you're talking about a song where you're just like, oh fuck, this dude is on a level where you're like, you can't even like comprehend that, right? But then you look at it now and you're like, this dude was a genius. You look at the songs he's produced though, where you don't know that he's involved, right? All those back end projects for Jay, and all these other crazy artists that are on rock, right? Especially you, like you're a Rock Nation guy. You're a Jay-Z.
Rockefeller, definitely.
You're a
growing
Rockefeller
up.
guy, right? So it's like when you look at the things he's done, I mean, listen, the guy has been a cornerstone in hip hop music for a long time, and he will live as that.
And I didn't, for a lot of artists, like for me, when I consume music, I like the music, but when I actually go to the show and actually go to the concert, that's when I really get a grasp of like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. Like we went to go see the Pablo concert with Kanye, and the fucking Madison Square Garden was shaking,
I'm
was
jealous,
bouncing.
bro. I would love to see Kanye.
Bro, that's insane.
That was a wild time. I got a call from a client. Literally, it was like 4 o'clock. Client calls me up. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to this Pablo show in Madison Square Garden?" I was like, "Kanye, Pablo?" They're like, "Yeah, you want to go to that? The seats."
And my man called me first. He called me and was like, "Yo, Dan, we out."
My boy. I was like, "Listen." I was like, "Yo, the client calls me and goes, seats kind of suck, but do you want to go?" We're like, I called Dan. I'm like, "Yo, seats might not be good, but like, what time can you get out of work a little early so we could skirt out to New York City?"
I was like, "Yeah, I'm sick."
He's like, "Bro, listen, I shit myself. I'm out." So sure enough, we get to the Garden and we're like, wait a minute. The stage is floating in the middle of the fucking arena. Sir, our seats were fire. We were literally right on top.
We didn't know what we were getting into.
Oh,
because
yeah?
the seats looked like they were going to be trash, but the way he had the stage was a floating stage in the middle. Like everybody had the same view.
Wow.
Yeah. So like we were in that second tier, looking straight down at him performing. I mean, we're too washed to be in the crowd part of it, obviously, but like we were there and it ended up being a great situation. But like he's right, dude. Seeing the Garden sway when he would drop a track, and
that's crazy.
You're like, yo, this dude is literally Michael Jackson. Like it was at that level.
And it was like
point.
it was a whole big fucking show. Fucking, I remember Kardashians all came in.
Man,
and
it
was like a whole.
That's when he was
out
and shit.
Yeah.
That's
when he started dating her.
I think it was 2016. So probably
That's probably when he started dating her.
Probably right around when they got like married, right around then. But like, bro, you're talking about Madison Square Garden, and he had that place on tilt like crazy.
Same way like Travis. Like when I went to go see Travis, and
we've seen him live.
We've gone to Travis, and the concrete has been bouncing.
Yeah,
that I didn't even know concrete could bounce. But when Travis,
when that bass,
there's very few. There's
absolutely.
There's very few artists that can have that type of impact to a crowd, and for me, it's been Kanye, Travis,
Uzi. I'll give Uzi that.
Uzi, yes. We've been Uzi front row, like right there.
I've literally been underneath that man's body. There's video evidence of that on the internet.
He's great. He's good.
I mean, listen, I had no idea who he was. Dwayne and I were literally in the pit with me, Dwayne, and Mateo are in the pit.
We were Rolling Loud. This is early Rolling Loud.
This is early. This is probably 5 years ago now.
Dwayne the GOAT.
Dwayne the God. Shout out my fucking brother, Dwayne Plains, though.
Dwayne.
We're in like the media pit, and he's like, "Yo, this is Lil Uzi, Mike. You're gonna love him." I'm like, "Fuck this little motherfucker. Who the hell is this?"
That's what Danny said last time.
Yeah,
Uzi's performing like Money Longer. He's jumping on top of the stage, and Mike is like right underneath, like literally under his under his paws, like
between his legs,
and he's like putting the selfie. He's like this.
And I'm sitting there, and Dwayne's like, "Yo, you realize what that is?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Some little 5'4" dude jumping around talking some dumb gibberish. I don't know who the hell this dude is. Sure enough,
because he didn't like Uzi either.
No, at that point, but Lil Uzi literally had that one song. Like he wasn't popping. I had no idea.
That's a hit song.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it now, Uzi goes off, man. Like,
and Uzi can rap.
We've been out. Remember when he jumped off the shit too?
Yeah.
He jumped off the building.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember when he did that.
He did. He jumped off the.
He jumped off the facade where like the cameras were and shit.
with Uzi, when he first came out, people were like, "Oh, it's all mumble rap." Uzi can rap.
Yeah, then he started spitting. It was like, oh,
Uzi can rap. Like
no,
he can.
Yeah, I respect him, man. He's another one though. Like with that shit in his forehead, like he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do what I want. I don't care. I'll do whatever I feel is right."
Yeah, no, who gives a fuck?
And like,
with the jewel in his
him,
He
like
has a
helping
big
out
ass
kids.
diamond.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's videos of him like paying tuitions.
Yeah.
And shit
I
for
seen
kids
that,
and stuff
yeah.
like.
I
listen,
seen that because the dude
I
was like,
respect that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
dude
me
was like,
too,
yo,
yeah.
can you pay my tuition? He's like, I got you.
he's like, how much you need? And he's
Yeah.
like, 20 bands. Oh,
Make sure you finish. Make sure you graduate.
Yeah.
You saw.
And he paid. He did.
He
do
did.
That.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He did.
And
yeah.
he said, "The kid." I seen him on.
Bro, there's
TikTok.
so many
The
videos.
kid.
There's so many videos of people just running up on Uzi like in the street or at the.
Yeah.
And he's just. He looks like a normal kid, like out there, like just chilling, like.
Bro, I like that video of him in Side Talk where he just like,
Oh, Side Talk NYC.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
he just
Oh,
does a head
yeah,
nod.
he
He's
was
like,
in there.
He was at the Italian festival.
Chilling. San Gennaro?
Yeah.
Just posted up.
That's a
Yeah.
good festival.
Eating some gnocchis.
Hell yeah.
That's a good festival.
Fire
fuck-
festival.
oh, yeah.
The food out there
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, man, we see some crazy shit, man. All
Yeah,
the
we've been
years.
a lot of places.
Going to
We've
shows,
met a lot of
rolling
people.
loud, going all, you know, we've been in situations like we were at a show we were at, what was it? That fucking Seinhauser audio store in Soho with Ran.
Yeah.
Shout
The
out Spanish Ran.
yeah.
And Westside Gunn's just kicking it with us
Oh,
way
Westside- yeah,
before
yeah,
he was
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And like,
Westside Gun Griselda. Yeah, not
know,
Griselda, but it was Westside Gun that
Gunn
was there.
was just sitting there chilling with us,
Yeah.
like with Raps. It was the Rhapsody shit. Remember?
Rhapsody event, yep.
You know, so like we've been in situations together where like
Yeah.
we've seen people before they were.
We've been fortunate enough to like
yeah.
have great friends and great connections where
Yep.
we've been able to,
Yep.
you know, be invited or be involved in these different, you know, spaces where a lot of these people are around. So, you know.
Yeah, not a lot of people from Connecticut have been able to be in positions where they can say they were around for, you know, introductory stages for rappers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In moving around with people and, you know, being backstage at these
Yeah.
festivals because our boy is doing the art. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we were fortunate enough to have a relationship with Dwayne.
Yep.
Where
Yep,
he
yep.
was kind of in the infancy stages of Rolling Loud,
Yeah.
doing a lot of that artwork. And, you know, I met Andre 3000. We met Andre
Yeah.
3000.
that's sick. I didn't know that.
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
that's literally one of my favorite rappers of all time. Top 5 for me, no joke.
he's dope. Yeah.
And nobody even knew who he was.
He's the
Yeah.
only one that I went up to because I'm not really like it. I don't really get starstruck and shit. But when I saw him, I was like, "You're a legend."
I
gotta take a
remember
picture
that.
with
He
you."
literally
was
turned.
Like, he was like,
turned,
"Thank you."
He turned to me and goes, "Yo, is that 3K?" I was like, "What?" He
And
goes,
then-
"What?
and then,
3,000?"
you know-
I turned. I was like, "Yo."
You know it was some shit because we took pictures and then Uzi wanted to take pictures with
Yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah?
And nobody around, like nobody in that area
Oh,
knew
shit.
who he was.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone realized who he was. You're talking about literally one of the best down
Yeah.
south, if not the best down south lyricist of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah,
Like
No,
Outkast
he's nice.
is
Yeah.
I just
iconic.
think it's crazy he never dropped an album.
I just don't think he ever wanted to do something outside of being with Big Boy for an album. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They said it was on some. They said that he
Is
was
he in
on
a
some.
contract?
No, they said that he was unsure of himself. That's what I heard. That he
Which
said
is
that he was unsure-
crazy.
that he was unsure. It was kind of like Jay Electronica. Why he took so long to come out.
Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, though, I think the work he did with Big Boy and then some of the features he's on, where
Yeah.
you're just like, dude, that man literally can spit some shit. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just like, what the fuck, bro? Like
Yeah.
you could put on the Outkast discography right now, and I could spit top to bottom
bars. Yeah,
bars.
Yeah.
That boy is crazy. But like we've been in these crazy positions where we're just backstage. Action Bronson, Little Pump before Little Pump was
Yeah.
anything. Like situations, Yachty was with us. We didn't, you know, Yachty was like a nothing at that time. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah.
he's, what he
Bro,
is,
I haven't
man.
heard anything from Lil Pump. I fuck with Lil Pump.
I think Little Pump.
yeah. Lil
his
Pump.
time's
He
up.
fucks with Lil Pump and Island Boys. That's
Island
his-
Boys, yeah.
You should go take a lap for the
I ride-
Island
I
Boys.
ride
thing.
for-
It's all done.
Go take a walk.
Did you see your boys at the fight?
I did see them.
See your boys
They
that
said they-
live getting
they're-
booed
they're
though.
thugging.
Texted those dudes like, "Yo, start a fight with us."
They were thugging at
Their shit. Now that I see the Island
They
Boys
do
shit,
shit on purpose.
their shit's all a gimmick, and their shit is all to try to
Creative.
stir
Just
up.
make content.
Yes.
Stir
They're-
up.
they're stirring the pot.
Because let me tell you,
And I
that-
can't be mad at them
I'm
for
gonna tell you. Hold on. That bullshit that
I can.
that bullshit that they pulled on Impulsive, where they tried to start a fight with George. First of all, they weren't mad at George.
No, George.
It's
didn't
just
say
they
one
didn't want to.
word.
They didn't want to
Yeah.
say anything to Logan and Mike.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
They didn't have the ball. So it's kind of like when somebody cracks a joke.
Yeah.
And the joke smacks. The joke is like everybody's laughing,
Right.
but instead of getting mad at the person that made the joke, you get mad at people laughing. You're like, what the fuck you laughing about? Oh, I know you ain't laughing.
I'd be like, you're damn right, I'm fucking laughing.
And that's what he
Laughs all
did.
the time.
They were really mad and they were really like irritated, but they
With,
would
like,
never
Logan
say
and-
they would never say anything to Logan and Mike. So they decided to take it out on George.
They're the
Because
type
George
of people
is
that
because what George said really wasn't bad.
Well,
No.
George
No,
is
I
like
watched that, yeah,
George
I
is like
agree.
a religious dude. That's like he's like.
they were trying to start shit.
They were just
so
trying to
get-
stir
get
shit up.
content. So when you get,
I don't
get
think
more
they were trying to
content-
stir shit up. I think
And
they
I
were
wouldn't be
annoyed.
surprised.
And exactly.
I
what
wouldn't
he
be
said.
surprised if the manager was like, "Yo, start some shit impulsive because it's gonna blow up."
100%.
and they started with George.
There's a reason why they're on that show to begin
Bro,
with.
they were getting
Oh,
killed
yeah.
on Impulsive.
Bro,
they were getting
They were at
killed.
Live getting booed, though. They performed at
They're-
Live.
they're-
and they were saying, "Oh, we didn't hear no booze. You got
There's
booed."
videos all over the place.
No, I don't think what George said wasn't like rude.
It wasn't. No, I think it was mildly rude.
I mean,
Anything
no,
about- anything about money.
That's like
He said it in a way
That's
from like
like-
looking out. He didn't.
No, I
say,
know
like,
he's
looking
looking
out. That's
out.
like one of us went viral on a video, made $1 million on one video or a couple of videos, whatever. I'm like, yo, you got to go.
Yeah,
invest
no,
some
you're
money
looking
real
out,
quick
but at the same time-
because you don't know if that's gonna
You
even
never
work
no
know.
out.
matter what, though, when you talk
Because
about
one
money,
video could go viral, the next one can go, make a.
when you're giving people money advice, it's low key rude. Like, you
Yeah.
know more
it's
than them.
rude, but it's
It's warranted.
I mean, certain lanes. You just
You're-
really gotta
you're
stay
looking
away from.
out.
on video. It's rude.
I'll be honest with you. Hopefully, they got a good financial advisor because at the end of the day, you're a 25-year-old dude with face tats, so you're gonna need to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
they're 20.
Not,
They're 20.
Whatever they
20.
are,
Yeah.
They're
Listen,
not.
fine.
You're not gonna make it.
They're gonna be a ghost in 6 months anyway. So at the end of the day, you're a
100%.
22-year-old human
Yeah.
with face tats. So
Yeah.
you better have a good financial advisor.
Yeah,
that's
everybody's just
investing
trying to-
these views for you.
Everybody's just trying to
So
kind of
like I
help
said,
them out.
I don't think George was coming from a place of malice. I think he
Nah.
was.
I don't
They're
think
all
so
just
either.
trying to help them
but
out.
it was.
I mean, listen,
A
stay
little
out of
spicy.
people's pockets no matter what. But
Yeah, mind
at-
your business.
Yeah, mind your business. But I mean,
Yeah.
listen. At the end of the day, you're on Impulsive. That's the #1 podcast for a reason.
Yeah.
Treat that with respect.
Yeah.
These dudes are out here acting wild, and honestly, I hope they go broke.
I mean,
That's just the honest truth. These dudes are crazy.
They're gonna
you
go
out here
broke.
acting fucking
Yeah.
stupid
100%
with your
they're gonna go
Basquiat hair, acting
Yeah.
all wild.
Yeah.
Out here looking like fucking. You're out here looking like a pine cone.
They were so
stupid
proud
ass.
to do the diamond tester on their fucking
Yeah,
grills. Like,
out
bro,
here looking
Yeah.
like a detention desk from 2007. The fuck?
Attention desk.
when
Oh,
you-
they're not?
When you
The
going
fuck? You got
when you're
Sharpie
going all out
tattoos on your
that, you know
forehead.
You're gonna go broke.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
They're
At the
going
end of the
broke.
day, bro, there's no future for people.
And people
like
are good
that.
at showing off materialistic things that are on them, but then it's like, okay, well, show us where you're not renting. What do you own?
Right.
Like,
Is,
They
do you
don't
own
own
that?
shit.
do you own
No.
do you own that?
They
Or-
probably rent them grills out
I guarantee you they live with their mom still. I'll bet you any
Yeah.
amount of money they're in their mom's house.
because they were sharing the same bed.
And
I don't know. They were at Live.
Listen,
That'll
we
get
can
you
go to
a
Live.
shot.
I could go to Live right
We could go
now.
to Live tomorrow if we
No,
want
but
to.
you could perform at Live.
I mean, I'll
tomorrow.
call Elvis at Live. I mean,
I
I'm
can't
not going
perform
to
at Live,
perform.
but I could be at Live.
No, I know,
tomorrow.
but I'm
I get
saying,
a table. I get a
once you-
table at Live.
Once you perform at Live, like
Or-
you could
I mean,
probably move
so
on.
say-
Come on,
Here's my
man.
question.
That's not saying
Here's my
much.
question though,
No.
Izzo. Here, ready for this though? Performing at Live.
I might not be ready.
No, you might not be ready because I don't think you've been at Live before.
I have not.
It doesn't seem like a place you would go. I'm just saying.
living.
Performing at Live and getting your shit booed is like going to a big club in New York City and getting booed off the stage.
Or being
Yeah.
a comedian at Apollo.
Or going to the Apollo and getting your shit handed to you.
Yeah.
So the fact that they walked out on the walkway at Live, got booed on Sunday.
But if I could even get booed off the Apollo, I probably have a place where I could live.
I'll be honest with you, most people that got booed off the Apollo don't really do a whole lot right now but wait tables.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't. I
Right
agree
next
with you
door,
there.
right next door to
yeah,
Apollo.
there's Bubba Gum Shrimp right down the street or wherever. You know what I mean? Serving up a chopped cheese at the bodega down the street in
That's
Harlem.
it.
Nah, but listen, man, I think at the end of the day, like you got all these people that are just collecting these checks quick, right? Catching that quick viral bullshit, right? And then
Yeah.
they're gone, ghosts after, right?
A lot of them.
All of
Too
them.
many of them.
What do you mean?
There's so
as
many
far as
of them.
rappers?
As
Or
far as
just as
people that
people.
are look at
Just
at
people
like
that go viral. on
Influencers that are-
Oh, people that go
Instagram,
viral.
on
Yes, of course.
TikTok.
Like we were talking about the fucking These Nuts.
Yeah,
that guy.
Oh yeah, he's done.
He's right now in Vegas trying to take pictures for $5
I
because
mean,
he's
listen, I'm not paying that.
no.
I'll give him $5.
You would?
Yeah, give him $5.
I ain't give him shit.
Well, I'm surprised.
He'd be the guy that's using the heat out there to cook a bacon, egg, and cheese for you on a pan. 107 now. My man's got a pan out on the front of his Buick.
Cooking shit up.
I saw that happen though in Vegas. Though it was
Yeah.
120. I went out there for my birthday a couple of years ago, and it was literally 120 outside. This dude's cooking bacon, egg, and cheeses because it's so hot.
Right. Yeah,
I'm like, my boy, if you don't get away from me with these greasy ass eggs you got on your pan, like, bro, $2. I'm like, nah.
I think we gotta pack it up because I think they're gonna die, and we're not gonna run another one.
Fine.
Yeah. All right.
Fine.
All right, guys. That's Mike Loudon.
We'll wrap it up. Was that clap?
The clap was so because I don't want to cut out the part where I say I'm gonna wrap it up.
What happens?
Oh, okay. So clap it again. Clap again.
All right, guys.
All right. That was a good episode.
That was a great conversation.
Thank you, Loudon.
I'm here.
This dude's funny as fuck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to my dog. Like I said, one of my best friends, Mike Loudon.
Love everybody.
Doing great things in Connecticut. Also, we didn't even touch on the nonprofit. We did the nonprofit stuff.
Yeah,
and
man. Listen, follow
all
me.
of the things that you're doing.
Follow me on
great
the
things.
socials.
20 Deuce.
Follow him if you want to. One last time, send him your tags.
20DeuceCT, the word 20DeuceCT, spell out on all socials. Got a lot of stuff coming 2022.
Big things coming.
It's the 20 Deuce year, so we're gonna do some big things to celebrate it properly. It's my 10-year anniversary being 20 Deuce, so
Yeah.
let's set it off.
We're gonna start doing some merch too, so maybe we have to tag you into
Do a little collab.
some consulting, some collabing with
Listen,
the merch.
if you can pay the fee, I'm with it. Like, this shit ain't cheap, dog.
You better talk to him. Don't talk to me. I'll give you $5.
Boys, thank you. Make sure y'all watch this shit because
Thanks for being here, dude.
And also, don't forget to subscribe to our
YouTube.
We actually just changed the Instagram name For the Night Podcast. For the Night Podcast YouTube. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please like.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support we got so far.
If you don't subscribe, you're a bum ass motherfucker. Peace out.
Hope you get a paper cut too.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, paper cuts all day.
Paper cuts between your fingers.
Motherfucker.
Step on some Legos, bitch.
Damn, fucked up. Stub your toe on the side of your bed.
That's the worst one.
That shit's so trash. You ever catch a pinky toe on the side of your bed? That shit's so bad.
Trash.
Yo, I fell the other day. It was down 2.5 hours. Literally turned my TV on. Fucking